Hi everybody. Oops, I forgot to mute it on this one.
Whoopsie.
What else is gonna go wrong? Hi everybody. Welcome to Draining the Swamp. My
Hi.
apologies. Mel is not gonna make it tonight. He wasn't feeling very good and he took some medication and had fallen asleep. He forgot all about it because he and Gary are leaving to go out of town in the morning. So I just got off the phone with him and he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot." Like, it's okay, we can handle it.
Yeah.
So
Poor
hello
guy.
to everybody. Hello.
Hello.
A bunch of you I know I've already said hello to in the chat. Let's see if I can catch up. And so because it'll take me forever if I have to actually like call out all the names. Which I probably will anyway, but anyhow, so you just got me and Amy tonight, and that's okay too. We can do that.
Yep.
In political questions only. And
I forgot how
Sandy,
good I look with my hair like this.
no, what it is that you were gifted a membership to start out with, and then once that month runs out, you have the option of renewing it or letting it drop. The choice is yours. But they have a thing where every month they give out X amount of free memberships to help us get membership started. So if your membership is already expired, you can always just go in and pay for it. And then you can cancel anytime. You don't have to, give it a month or two. And if you don't think the $4.99 a month is worth it, then you can cancel. It's not going to make me upset because I have to play musical memberships with the people I have memberships with. It's like I'm with person A for a couple of months, and then I have to jump off of them and join on person B. I'll do them for a couple of months, and I jump off of them and do person C. So I get it,
I do that too.
So,
I do that too. Yep.
Well, thank you, Sandy. And you never saw a renewal. Okay, yeah, so I don't know. It may, you know what? The internet, everything has been like really, really wonky today. I know at work. We were having severe trouble with Microsoft Office, and it was global. It was like everywhere. Everybody was having problems with their Microsoft today. I mean, we have an entire IT cybersecurity division because it's a university, and they were working on it nonstop all day long, and it was still not right by the time I left work to come home. So, who knows? So, we're just gonna roll with it today. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
Hi.
I'm having.
What did I just say? I just saw somebody come in. Sylvia. Oh, hi, Sylvia.
Hey,
I know
Sylvia.
I just saw another person pop in that I didn't type and say hello to. So,
yeah, and I'm having one of
all
those few
right.
days where I'm just like in a daze and going with the punches. So
To make sure
hi.
I don't miss any questions. And let's see.
Yeah, it's to the point where if somebody was to go and say to me, "Hey, your face is blue," I'd be like, "Oh, thank you."
Sandy, once you sign up for a membership, it should automatically renew every month unless you go in and cancel it. So, other than that, it's just an automatic. Um, you'll get charged every month $5 and whatever cents it is to, because that's the tax that goes with the $4.99.
Unless you decide you want to end it, and then you go in and you cancel it, and then it'll say it'll end on such and such a day.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll
So,
give you your full time that you've already paid for. And
right.
Welcome to Mercury retrograde. That's right, Rose.
Yeah. And
Hi,
I'm
Light
having
Seeker.
yeah.
Hi,
Hey,
Innocent Potato.
my family is having one heck of a Mercury retrograde. Aren't they, Shari?
Yeah, Mercury retrograde doesn't end until December 15th. And
Which is my mother's birthday.
now my mother's birthday was the 17th. So
She's gonna be 87,
let's
y'all.
see. We will check that out, Sylvia. Okay.
87.
Oh Lord. I'm telling y'all, we are in for some rough times. You've got all of these super macho men that are so emasculated and terrified of women that they're already doing all kinds of shit to try to make us disappear,
But we're not
from the
going
guy
anywhere.
that's from the
We
person
won't.
that 45 picked to head up the military, who's like, women don't belong in the military, and he's now in the process of trying to figure out how to kick them all out, which he's in for a rude awakening because, yeah, that
Yes,
ain't
he
gonna
is.
happen. And
Yeah. We're not going anywhere. Sorry.
you've got another woman who died over the weekend because she had a miscarriage. She went to 4 different hospitals. She lives in Texas now. She went to 4 different hospitals trying to get care. The first 2 didn't even acknowledge that she was pregnant, just told her that she had a cold and go home. Now she's bleeding profusely everywhere, but they don't see it. And then the other 2 hospitals she'd stopped at, including the last one, they're so terrified to do any medical procedures to save her life that they don't do anything, and she died. She left 2, 3 small children at home, her husband, who's now a widower, and
Mhm.
and it's like, yeah, that's really smart of you guys.
See, this is the kind of stuff that they're going to use to get dumb, who out.
And it, it's just it just makes me so mad because she was having miscarriage. There was no fetal heartbeat.
Mm.
She had already expelled most of the tissue, but there was still tissue inside, and that's what was causing the infection. And in order to get rid of it, they would have had to have done a D&C.
Can see. Mm-hmm.
And they were terrified to do it because if a doctor does that, he has to go before a board who decides if he's going to go to prison for the next 99 years because he did a D&C on someone. This is the craziness that we're now dealing with in 2024. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
it's I can't stick on that too long because it makes me so mad. I see red.
Mhm. 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 Yeah. Yeah. It makes me
Yeah, I
mad.
mean they think they're gonna shut us up and keep us barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
No,
Um,
this is a sore spot for me because when I was 18, I got pregnant. And when I was 2.5 months pregnant, I miscarried. And I was on my way to school and I was miscarrying my daughter at school. And I was like, what am I going to do? I hurt. I'm in pain. I can't tell anybody. Um,
yeah, it's I mean,
what if that was that way back then?
thank
And even,
God I've never gone through that, but I have had a couple of friends over the years. One was a miscarriage, one had an abortion. Um, Neither incident was easy for them.
no,
And
it's not.
they were both devastated with what was happening
Hmm.
and the decisions um, of what to do. And it just makes me mad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sandy, if you're on your phone, you should be right next to the subscribe button, should be a join button. If that isn't there, then I do have the membership link in the description box below. Hang on just a minute. And I'm gonna manually put it in to the chat. And then this way you can go directly to the link and use it. And there we go. I just put it in. So um I had to do it on the other computer.
Yeah, that's why I'm with you, Sherry. This infuriates me to no
Well, the
end.
thing of it is, Jill, is when some of these women and or their teenage daughters start having these issues, fortunately their families have money to take them wherever they need to go. But you're going to start seeing this happening to these rich people
Mhm.
who think that it's an atrocity that you're having to get this work done, and you're gonna
They're eventually going to have it done themselves.
yeah, I mean, think of somebody like, one of these overly charged macho men who think they're all that in a cup of tea, as Linda
Mhm.
likes to say.
Mhm.
Um, and let's say it's their teenage daughter that gets raped and gets pregnant, you know, or their 11 or 12-year-old daughter that gets raped and gets pregnant. You're going to make that child carry that baby. You're going to give that rapist full custody rights. That's another thing that they're trying to get done. Is that not only would you have to carry the rapist baby, but then the rapist would have full custody rights of that child.
Wrong.
It's like, no,
No.
not even.
No.
Um,
No. Don't even make
there
me.
should not only be class action lawsuits against these politicians, but for every person who has died, their family need to file murder charges against every single politician who signed off on this crap. they should be charged with manslaughter, premeditated murder, because they knew it would kill these women. They can't play dumb and pretend they don't know. They knew. And, for the doctors that are facing this, I understand their worry, but you took an oath when you became a doctor to first do no harm.
Yeah.
And to not follow through on proper medical care, regardless of the freaking law. That is breaking your oath that you took when you became a doctor. Right, artist Liz. Yeah, Abbott, the governor in Texas, is trying to pass a law that makes rape legal. That's one of their next steps. You can't even punish a person for raping you because, you were asking for it, I guess, because you walked down the street or went through a doorway or, whatever. You weren't in a damn burqa that covered you from head to toe. So, and yeah, Pegasus, you're right. The majority of men have no clue how dangerous childbirth is to the woman, what all it takes to give birth and to have a healthy birth, and that an unhealthy birth or complications are far more prevalent than a healthy birth with no problems. And so
my delivery is case in point. My mom died and I died and we both came back miraculously.
Yeah.
I found out I was disabled and miraculously it was just the bottom half of me, not the top. So they, like you said, they have no idea what can happen. None. And this whole topic makes me so mad.
Yeah.
Because I've had my own experiences.
I don't know how we got to this point. I think we got to this point because as women started to come into their power, started to step up and take leadership roles, started thinking and doing for themselves, there's, ignorance breeds fear. Fear breeds hatred. And hatred breeds doing atrocious things. Because most of these people have no clue what's going on. They're terrified of losing any little smidgen of power that they think they have.
Power and control, yeah.
And they're so emasculated by a strong, intelligent woman that their only recourse is to turn them back into nothing more than broodmares and property to be owned. I mean, I'm old enough to remember when a woman couldn't have a checking account or a credit card in her name. You had a checking account with your husband, and it was Mr. and Mrs. John Doe. Your name wasn't even on there. You had a credit card, it was in his name, or in your father's name, or in your brother's name, whoever was the head of household, who had control over you.
My sister remembers back in the 60s, it was like that. Yeah. Yeah.
And it was like that in the 70s. Women didn't get the right to have their own checking account or credit card until like true. 78, yeah. 79, something like that. I mean, I was in high school,
I was just a little kid.
Anyway, okay, let me
Yeah, let's go off this topic.
let's
please.
reset here. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, please.
Because I'm gonna like
I'm gonna
bust a
bust. Oh.
blood vessel if I don't. And
Next question,
so
please.
yeah, let's see if I make sure I didn't. Hello to everybody who just got here. If I missed you, hello. Let's see here. Okay, let's go to some questions here.
Yes, please. Okay.
Rose is a member, so she gets to go first.
We were talking about strong women, and they just showed me Queen Alice.
There you go.
Hello.
Okay, will Melania ask for her money and leave because she don't want to be in DC? She's already made it quite clear she has no interest in being the first lady
whatsoever.
She's already getting her prenup and everything rewritten again, just to show up for the few occasions when it will be necessary, like for state dinners or something like that. And even then, I'll be surprised if she shows up.
If, and I mean if, Trump goes in.
Hi, Norm.
She will not be living in the White House.
No, she's not going to be in the White House. She's not going to live there.
Nope.
No one's seen Ivanka or Jared since Daddy lost the election in 2020. They did not let themselves be involved in the campaign, nothing. The minute he won, who was there by his side? Ivanka and Jared.
Oh, hey.
They came right up out of the woodwork. All right. Will Melania ask for her money? Oh my goodness.
She'll ask for something. I think she'll ask.
First card up, the moon.
Yeah.
So whatever she's doing it in secret. She don't want anybody to know until it's a done deal.
Yeah.
Then that's her MO. It always has been. And then I drew the King of Cups because she's going to play on everybody's emotions, which is what she tried to do the last go round. Didn't take long before everybody saw through her. It was like, yeah, you're full of shit. And then it's going to end with the Ten of Swords. She's going to be stabbed in the back. And she's going to do some of her own stabbing in the back. And again, it's not going to be pretty.
Right.
I do not see 45 lasting his whole term.
No.
Hell, I don't see him lasting the first 6 months.
If he even gets there in there at all. I just saying what I see.
There, yeah. It was. She has had so many strings pulled for her to get her to become an American citizen. She lied entering the country. She lied in getting her citizenship. She was set up. She was arranged by the P-man from the R country to get connected to 45 because she's his handler. And so what did she do? She turned around and had an anchor baby so that she could stay here. And then
How many anchor babies
She
does
managed
he
to
have?
get her parents brought here and get their citizenship. You know, all the things that the right wing bitches about is the wrong thing to do. She's done it. It's going to be a mess, y'all. It really is. I still feel like there is more and more information coming out on the inconsistencies of the election, shall we say.
Mm-hmm.
But are they going to do anything about it? That I don't know.
I wouldn't
I
be
don't
surprised.
have confidence that they're going to do something about it. Hold on just a second. Okay, sorry. Setting up dinner discussions with my son. um, uh, it's as everyone, no one has seen her as yet. She didn't want to be first lady the first go round. She damn sure don't want to be at the second go round. So I'm the video of a Ukraine guy addressing Joe Rogan Russian propaganda. I didn't see that, Scorpio Mama. You'll have to tell us a little bit about it. Let's see.
Well, I'd say I haven't. I've got some cards to throw.
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay. And then they told me to look at the bottom of the deck first, but y'all, she sees herself. This is supposed to be. This is the witch card. This is a new added card, but it's the witch card, and it's Dorothy Gale. And see how there's a like a halo there. She sees herself as like an innocent person, and she's like, I'm innocent in all this. I don't want to be part of this, but it's the witch. You see what I'm saying? She's got the halo and she's looking all innocent, but it's the witch. Okay. I was like, oh, okay, you gave me that card? All right. And then then they had me pull the Two of Pentacles, represented by the mushroom. Now, the caterpillar was sitting on this mushroom and he was getting high. So, what do they do with mushrooms? They eat them. They either smoke them or they chew them. They get high off them. So, what I'm thinking is that she's like trying to, like, how do I want to put this? Help me, guys. She's trying to, like, make people think, oh, I'm doing all this to make it look like I'm innocent.
Yeah,
I'm
she's about as
so
innocent as
innocent.
my big toe.
I know. I'm so innocent. I'm doing this for the good of my son. I'm doing this to keep me safe. I'm like, oh.
That's the only damn thing she cares about is that kid. I got to give her that much.
That's
At
true.
least she actually cares about her son.
This is true.
But
This is true.
that's a stretch, you know.
Yeah.
Because
And then the next card I pulled was the Ten of Cups, which was the yellow brick road. Okay, y'all. And Shari loves these cards, and so do I, because they're awesome to look at. But the yellow brick road, she's thinking, okay, I've got this awesome road to go down once I get my money. And then the next one I pulled was the Nine of Wands. She's got her White Knight. So she's got another guy in the wings somewhere to whisk her
oh
off.
yeah, she's had a sugar daddy.
So
She's
right.
got a
So
sugar
she's
daddy
got her
lined up.
White Knight somewhere. She's got her White Knight somewhere. So as soon as she gets her money, however much it is, we don't know. And I don't give a crap how much it is, really. But as soon as she gets her money and she can grab her White Knight, whoever it may be, and she can go down her yellow brick road and be all happy and whatever. But you know, do we really give a rat's butt what she does? Honestly,
I don't care. Do you?
no. No.
As she famously said on her way to see those children, I really don't care. Do you?
No.
Okay. Next question. Maureen, you're a member. You get to go next. Uh, is Trump going to have a health event? Yes.
Yes. We can tell you without even looking at the card. Yes.
Um, without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
let's see
can't
what
tell
we
you what
might
kind of health
pull up.
event. I can't tell you what kind of health event. I can't tell you when, but I can tell you yes, he will.
I think he's already had one. I think that's why all those ambulances showed up at Mar-a-Lago the other day.
Mm-hmm. True. But if he
I
has
think he
another
might
one,
have had a stroke, maybe, or a slight stroke.
he might have another one. We don't know. I don't know.
I'll be perfectly honest. If he lasts until the inauguration, I'll be surprised.
True.
I
True.
really just
As we have the looks of
he's
yeah.
like an angsty teen.
Mm-hmm.
He can't wait to get back in the. He's already trying to act like he's already president.
Mm-hmm.
Meantime, he makes the rest of us just want to vomit.
And vomit and vomit
And we
and
all
vomit.
wishing that he would just go head up to the mountains and not come back.
Yeah. Sorry. It's the card I pulled. Sorry. Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. I laughed at the card that I pulled. They just told me to pull them haphazardly out of the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Don't shuffle, just pull them haphazardly. I said, okay. And this is what I pulled. Okay. The first one was the devil, which is the Queen of Hearts. Y'all know who that
Hey,
is.
that fits.
Second one is the Eight of Cups, which is the drink me potion. And when I see this in the context of the question, when you drink the drink me potion, it makes you grow. And he thinks he's big and all that, and he thinks, woof. And he can just do whatever he wants and blah blah blah, and he thinks he's bigger and better than everybody else. And I'm like, no, we can just take a pen and go think, Am I right? And then the last one I pulled was the Knight of Pentacles, and it's the Shaggy Man. And in truth, he looks like this. Am I right?
Yeah. I like that.
Because I just
I
like
like
this.
that Helen Wheels. He is a walking health event.
Yeah.
That's good.
This is him incarnate. This is him. Y'all. I saw,
Yeah.
I pulled this card and I saw him and I just busted out laughing. That's what I was laughing at. Oh my God. Y'all, cards don't lie.
Oh, really, Norm? I didn't know that.
What?
Norm says if he doesn't get to the inauguration, Vance can't be sworn in either.
That's true. That is true.
I did not know that.
Yep. So the only other option is
Well, then Joe can just step forward and say, well, I'm not stepping down. So
either Joe could say, I'm not stepping down, or Camilla could be sworn in, or not Camilla, Kamala could be sworn in. Either or. There you go. Surprise.
Yeah.
Did that one card surprise y'all?
No, it actually didn't. It didn't surprise me at all. It's like, yeah, okay. I can see that. That fits. Oh, thank you, Norm. Norm just joined and became a member.
Yay! Welcome. I'll be joining you next month, Shari.
Cool. All right, let's see. Who's next? Dorian is next. Is Trump sick and are his team hiding it?
Yes and yes.
Yes and yes. We kind of just covered that in a lot of respects, but he's been sick for a long time. Personally, I think his innards are just petrified. I don't think there's anything that's actually still functions in there. I seriously wonder sometimes if he's not like a zombie or something on the inside, because it's like, how does he keep going? I don't know.
It's like his light bulb has gone out. Okay.
That's the least of his worries. His cheese done slipped off his cracker a long time ago.
Yeah, and I mean this seriously, Shari. My mother has more cognitive ability than he does. And that's saying a lot. And she knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. It's a mess, y'all. It really is. And they're just adding to it. And of course, what I find so damn funny is that the top 2 searches in Google since the election is, how do I change my vote? News break, you can't.
You can't. And I'm sorry.
What's a tariff? It's like, don't you think you should have looked that information up before you voted? I mean,
or didn't you learn that in school?
Deanna, yes. I strongly believe that he has dementia. My mother died from dementia. And
my mother has dementia at this time.
It was very difficult watching her slide down that down that hill as it got deeper and deeper and deeper. And so many of the things that she
Mhm.
reverted to, that she behaved like, all the way to the end, I see in 45 every day.
And
Eh,
I'm dealing with it right now as we speak with my
yeah,
mom.
Amy's dealing with it firsthand because her mother has it. So it's, um, I mean, people have to remember that he operates on one principle in life and one only, and that's to get revenge against anybody that he thinks has slighted him, which is why he was so hot and bothered to go after Obama, because Obama cracked a joke about him at that
Years ago.
correspondence dinner, years ago. And it was a funny joke. I mean, everybody else was laughing, and he just sat there with that sour look on his face. And I remember watching it that night thinking, oh shit, he's going to pull something. Next thing I
Mhm.
knew, he was running. So, yeah. Um, it
But
is,
Obama survived, though. He did, you know?
yeah.
And he's
It's
not.
okay, Sylvia, you're up. I don't know. Let's find out. I haven't done my pendulum in a while.
My guides have I didn't ask my pendulum. I've
Uh,
meditated and asked my guides, and they have always told me yes.
will Donald J. Trump be inaugurated on January 20th, 2025 as president? That went to a no.
See?
Will Kamala Harris be inaugurated on January 20th, 2025 as president?
They're screaming at me, yes.
Yep, it changed mid swing and went the other way. Yep.
Mhm.
There are possibilities there that this can be rectified. Again, as I said, personally, I don't have confidence that they're going to act on it. And I hate feeling that way. Um,
You never know. I mean,
I,
something
I,
might happen.
I mean, I understand that Biden is trying to protect the confidence of the American people in our voting system. But a lot of people have lost that confidence, especially now, because it was just so flipping obvious that the math wasn't mathing. The numbers weren't adding up. Um,
True. However, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt.
go ahead.
I
Go ahead.
but like he stated before, if 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 something does happen to uh you know who, um it is true that Vance cannot be sworn in because his running mate is no longer there. It's true. So either Biden can say, I'm not going to step down, or Kamala can be sworn in because she's the only other option.
Well, if the evidence that we all know is provable,
Mhm.
especially if it comes from foreign countries
Mhm.
and they come forward with evidence of massive fraud,
Mhm.
provable,
Mhm.
then, and I've heard one of the pundits talk about this, there is the option that Biden could claim, he could declare war, that we've been attacked by foreign adversaries, our country, the sea country.
Mhm.
Um, and he could declare that we were attacked and we are at war, in which case he could then refuse to step down as president and continue to hold his office until
Okay.
they figure out what to do next. That's one option that I've heard pundits
That
talk
goes
about.
with right. That goes with Biden refusing to step
However,
down.
I think at this point, I personally don't see any way out of civil war within our own country. Because you're either going to have people that are going to go ballistic and they're going to start marching and all hell's going to break loose if he gets inaugurated and starts his shit. And then the opposite, if they come out, they prove it, they're like, you're not it because you cheated, it automatically is going to go to Kamala and they inaugurate her. We thought the insurrection was bad. We're going to see shit like that all over the country. Why do you think they're all still so angry? They won, supposedly. Their side won by massive numbers, according to them, which we're slowly finding out isn't true, but still. But they have all been so angry and so on the verge of violence since November 5th. And it's like, why
Because
are
they're
you still
slowly
so
finding out that
angry?
yeah.
Your side won. And I think it's because they were all geared up, pumped up, and ready to unleash holy hell because she stole the election from our guy again, right?
Mhm.
And I think that all of that built up, pent up anger and desire for blood kind of got, he won. And so it kind of got like shut down at that point, and they don't know how to disconnect and go, oh, okay, we won. Everything's cool. They're still angry and they're still out for blood and they're still looking to have a fight. And I think that they're going to do, regardless of what is or isn't done, regardless of what is or isn't revealed as the truth, regardless of any of it, they are still right on that knife's edge of wanting a fight. And if they have to do something to make us have a fight, I think a lot of them will, just because they're so set and ready to do this.
Right. Oh, sip,
That's
sip,
scary.
Shari. Sip, sip.
Yeah.
Drink.
That's really scary thing. Um, Let me go.
Yeah, and actually, I know I'm actually, believe it or not, people, I'm actually friends with a few Trumpers because we're actually adult enough to have different views, but still be friends, which is, you know, a strange idea in these times, but it does happen. And those Trumpers were shocked because they didn't think Trump was going to win. And they're like, Trump should have won. They were like, Trump shouldn't have won. They knew Trump shouldn't have won. And then he won, and they went, something's wrong. So they even knew something was wrong.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
it's
Trumpers out there where that were like, that's wrong. So
yeah, it's
they're like, what? So
at this point, no matter what happens, there's going to be fighting amongst ourselves. There's going to be civil war. I think. It's not what my guides have told me. It's just my personal opinion.
Right.
I feel very strongly that we're going to go into a civil war of some variety. It may not be as bad as it was the last time, but there's going to be aspects of it.
Something in the bigger cities.
Really, yeah. It's not going to be pretty. I mean, if he gets inaugurated and he gets into office and he's got his loop-de-loo crew behind him all the way, it's going to be a rough 4 years. And there's no guarantee that if he's still alive in 4 years, that he'll leave, regardless. Because technically he can't run again. This would be his second term. You're only allowed
he won't be able
terms.
to run again. He won't.
No.
Because this is
technically, no. It doesn't mean he won't do it, but technically, no, he can't.
After this whole thing, I was like upset for a couple days, and then my guides talked to me and showed me that video, and I made that little video, 8-minute video, and then after that, I haven't been upset. I had a feeling like everything was going to be okay, and I don't know why.
You know, I've had a real peace about everything for a while. But as we start getting closer and closer to January, that peace has started getting really unsettled in my stomach, so to speak. That gut feeling that, oh shit, this is really going to happen and there's nothing we can do about it. And so I'm at the point now where I'm hoping for the best and trying to prepare for the worst and trying to get myself to realize you're right, innocent potato. You're absolutely right. I not only live in a red state in the deep South, I live in a red state that has a MAGA governor, a MAGA House, and a MAGA Senate. Our governor is currently in the process of trying to force a tax bill for the state that will eliminate income tax. They no longer take out state income tax. And that would have us losing, I don't remember now the numbers, how many billions of dollars that go into the coffers to run the state, to fix the roads, to do this, to do that, to do the other. So when he was hit with, well, how are you going to pay for everything? oh, well, we're just going to add sales tax. So he's talking like adding 20 to 30% on everything you purchase, from a piece of bubble gum to your doctor's office, and adding 20 to 30% sales tax on everything.
Oh my God.
So that he can then turn around and give those that make $500,000 or more a year a tax cut that the poor and the working class are going to pay for.
Oh God.
Now he's even getting Republicans pushing back on this, but I'm really afraid that he's going to get it pushed through. And it's like people were bitching before about the cost of eggs. You know, you have to pay $3-4 for a dozen eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Why were we paying $3-4 for a dozen eggs? Because there was an outbreak of an avian bird flu, which made them have to pull tons of eggs from the shelf because they weren't safe. And that's why there's been a shortage in eggs, and that's why eggs have been so expensive. But none of the press bothered to get the facts and go out and say that. Not on Fox, not on MSNBC, not on CNN, not on ABC, CBS, NBC, none of them. None of them. Absolute silence. Nobody bothered to say the price of eggs is so high because of the avian bird flu that has caused contaminated eggs that have had to be pulled from the shelves. And so what few eggs there are available, the egg manufacturers have jacked up the price. Of course. That's the way it works. It's capitalism, you know?
Yep. It's the same everywhere. Yeah.
But nobody bothered to look that information up until after the election, you know? And now but the point being is that if we think it's expensive now to buy eggs, in my state alone, we're going to see eggs double, triple, quadruple price because of his sales tax he's wanting to add. You add Trump's tariffs to it, you're going to add another 20, 30% to that, to where a damn carton of eggs is going to cost you $25, you know? Or to buy a strawberry is going to cost you $15 for one freaking strawberry.
One little,
if you can even find a strawberry to eat, because they're also in the process of, they're going to ship everybody out that's not been born and raised in the United States of America for at least 4 generations or some such bullshit. Other than that, you're considered an illegal immigrant and they're going to kick you out. This came from them in Project 2025.
Well, then I'm out because I've only been here for 3.
That means they would have to kick out the new president. His parents were both immigrants, you know.
I'm the 3rd generation.
With the exception of his second wife, his other 2 wives both had anchor babies.
Yeah.
All 3 of his older children are anchor babies. His youngest son is an anchor baby, you know. But they don't count that. But anybody else that happens to, they're going to have to deport them.
Well, I was born and raised here. I'm going to have to
they
be
get
deported.
all these people out of the country. Who's going to be working the fields? Who's going to be pulling in that harvest? You think you're going to get a 16-year-old white kid out there doing backbreaking work?
Nope.
Harvesting the fields? I guarantee you it ain't going to happen. Because the few times they have in the last 30 years in different states down here where they've tried to pull that shit of get rid of all the immigrants so that white people have a job, and then the farmers offering like double, triple the normal pay, would have a handful of white people show up. And if they lasted all day, it was a miracle. most of them would quit at lunchtime and leave for lunch and not come back because the work was too hard. Now, what the hell they're going to do with all that food that's rotting in the fields and rotting on the trees because there's nobody here to harvest that, to pick the fruit, to do whatever, they do out there.
Mm-hmm.
I've worked in the fields. I have picked cotton. I have picked beans. I have spent all day long shelling and shucking beans, and where your fingers are like stained green from it. I've done all that shit when I was a kid. And yeah, that is hard ass work. It gives a whole new meaning to the word working your ass off. You literally are working your ass off. And these people
Tasseling
come in
corn
from other
isn't easy
countries.
either.
These people come in from other countries and they do it 10, 12, 15 hours a day, 6, 7 days a week at minimum wage if they get that much. Especially if they're illegal, they get even less. But yet they're paying taxes, they're paying into a system that they don't get anything from. And all they get is that little measly salary that they then send home to family back across the border so that their family can eat, I've known far too many of them down here. They're hardworking people. They don't hurt anybody. They don't steal or they don't cheat. They don't kill. They don't do any of that crap that they say they do. They come in, they work their ass off hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what are they going to do to get rid of all of them? Well, yeah, eggs are going to cost $50 a carton, and your strawberries are going to cost you $25 per strawberry, and whatever else. Everything's going to go up because if they're importing it, they're going to get hit with a bad tariff, which means we're paying for it because that's how tariffs work. Mm-hmm. And there won't be anything to export because it's going to all be rotting in the field because there's nobody to go harvest it. So now you're going to have all of your small mom and pop farmers that are going to go bankrupt and lose their farm because they can't make any money. It's cutting off your nose to spite your face. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox now.
Oh, true.
But
And
it makes me so damn mad.
I know. I was gonna say too, Michigan used to be a blue state. It was blue when Obama came in, and it stayed blue until this last election. It is now red.
Yeah.
It is a red state. And I'm pissed. I'm so angry. It's been...
Yeah, I mean, I know people down here who still call it the War of Northern Aggression. They don't even call it the Civil War.
I just... they just didn't count blue. They just didn't count the blue votes. That's all. That's why we're red. They didn't count the blue votes.
Yeah.
And I was a blue vote.
Yeah. Rose, exactly. Florida was a great example. So was Georgia and so was Alabama of that failed project. And this, we're talking 20 years ago. Plus, Florida just did something like that in the last 10 years where they got rid of people. Suddenly there was nobody to put roofs on your house when the hurricanes came through. You had homes or whole entire areas in the middle of being constructed and built. One day there's whole crews out there working. The next day there's nobody there.
Yeah.
For days upon days upon days because they chased them all off. So now there's nobody to do that work.
And we've got people living here working the jobs nobody wants to work, and they make them leave. Who's going to work them? here in Michigan? Nobody.
It's
Oh,
gonna
well,
take major corporations losing their shirts because they can't make any money. It's gonna take all of these small farmers, small business owners going bankrupt and losing their farms, losing their businesses because there's nobody to do the work. And that's, I think, when the right is going to finally wake the hell up and be like, what is going on? Well, that's what you voted for. Can I
we
say,
didn't. You did.
um, uh,
And the thing
Dorian, you
is,
had a question, but we kind of already talked about it, so I'm not going to read on it again.
yeah, the thing is, we have across the street neighbors who are Mexican, and they are very, very sweet, very kind.
Oh,
And if
I'm
we need help, oh, go ahead.
no, I was agreeing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They are very sweet. They are very kind. If we need help with anything, they're like, hey, need some
Yeah.
assistance? We're like, sure. Do you need help? No, we're fine. We're fine. Oh, you sure? Yeah, we're fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're not there to hurt anybody. They're just there to take care of their own. You know, they're the sweetest. I mean, it's just a man, a woman. I think the man's mother, the father's mother, the wife, and I think the father's mother
Yeah.
is there, and their kids. That's it.
This is our last question here.
Oh, sorry, we don't mean to go off.
I've
We're
been on
just
a
very,
rant tonight, y'all. I'm sorry.
yeah, me too.
But
We're just very
I do have to
passionate
cut it
women.
off pretty quickly here because I
We're
still
very
got to go
passionate
eat.
women. We can't help it. We're very passionate women, as you can tell.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to avoid I've been trying to not do as many political readings as normal, simply for my own blood pressure.
Mine, yeah, I know.
And, but I know that people like it when I do readings and I record them and I put them up. So I'm going to try to get back in the habit. I was just starting to do that when all hell kind of broke loose. And so I'm going to try to start doing that again, be a little bit more consistent with it.
Oh,
I just got to get used to recording and talking to
yeah,
myself.
same.
Yeah. First card up. Death. Will it be NATO info that stops this clusterfuck, or will we stop them? Or who will stop them? Death. First card up.
That doesn't mean literal death, everybody.
No. Eight of Wands. It's going to be coming from everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be coming from everywhere. Temperance.
Mm-hmm.
A little reminder from Spirit. Be calm. Try not to get too vindictive about all of this. I'm trying, honestly, I am. Nine of Swords. Loss of sleep, nightmares. Can't get any rest.
Mm-hmm. That's me right now, though, but for a totally different reason.
Page of Cups. A lot of emotional crap is going to be hitting the airwaves, newspapers, whatever. Because now that mainstream media got their guy elected and they're realizing, oh shit, we didn't do our jobs. Now we got to deal with this crap.
Yeah.
They're not going to be very happy over all of this.
No. Okay, I've
I
got
think
mine.
that's what Joe is waiting on. I think he is waiting on NATO and some of our allies to come forward and say, hey, we've got proof that this and this and this happened. This and this and that person interfered. This was going on.
Yeah.
I think if that happens, we stand a real good chance of Joe actually doing something.
That he's able to do, without being.
Well, he's got absolute immunity. He can step up tomorrow and say, you know what? I decided this election was full of shit and I'm just going to stay. Who's
Well,
going
he
to do
might.
anything about it?
Yeah,
The
he could.
Supreme Court done gave him absolute immunity.
He could wait until the very last minute and go, sorry.
Yeah.
He might wait until inauguration day when who is getting ready to go in and go, sorry. You never know, right?
Anything's possible.
It's true. But
Spirit just
okay.
keeps telling me that we're taking care of it. But
Yeah.
it's like I don't
Yeah.
I want more information than that.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Okay, but these are the cards that my guides and the spirits gave me, y'all. All right, the first card I drew was the Cowardly Lion. He represents strength, y'all. Okay, and you know that NATO represents strength. Okay, gorgeous card. I love this. So the next one that I pulled was the Ten of Swords, the Wicked Witch of the West, and y'all know what happened to her. The house dropped on her and squished her. So
No, that
look
was
at
the
this.
east that the house fell on.
Or sorry, west, east. Sorry, east.
Whatever.
Yeah, Wicked Witch of the East. I said the wrong
I do
witch.
the same
Sorry.
thing all the time.
Yeah, but you see this? Okay, NATO is gonna come in and squish because she got squished. So NATO is gonna come in and squish. With who?
I'm
I
ready
don't know.
for that.
So the next card I got was the Ace of Swords. The Vorpal Sword, so they're going to squish. Sword, strength. Okay, good, right? Good cards. So the next card I got, King of Hearts, representing justice. This is good, right? Making sense?
You would think.
And the next one I got was the Ten of Cups. Everybody going down the yellow brick road all happy.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful
The
wizard
wonderful
of
winner.
Oz.
So apparently everything's gonna go work out all right because they're gonna do something and it's all gonna be fine.
From your lips to God's ears.
It wasn't me with the cards, y'all. I didn't come up with the cards.
Yep.
It was them, not me.
Okay, folks. I'm going to wrap it up. We've been at this an hour and a half.
Yep.
Almost. Thank you, Cecilia. Who is the ambulance for at Mar-a-Lago? I think
Trump.
it was for Dumpy. but
Don't
they're
be Trumpy.
saying that it was just they're saying it was a practice run of what to do if something happened. I believe that, So
I believe that. Like
that's
there's
according to the news.
yeah, a lot of us,
But
a
at the
lot of us
time that it
believe it.
happened, when I threw cards on it, then it came back that it was Humpty Dumpty that took a fall, and the ambulance took him to the doctor.
And they couldn't put them back together. Sorry.
I don't know if that's even possible.
Sorry, my bad. My bad. I'm gonna get dinged. I'm sorry. I'm gonna ding you. I'm gonna get you dinged. I'm sorry.
All right. Thank y'all for hanging with us tonight. I do appreciate it.
Yes, thank you. Thank you
Very,
so
very
much.
much.
It was
And
fun.
yeah. Again, apologies. Mel didn't make it. He completely forgot, had taken some medicine to go to sleep because he's going out of town tomorrow for Thanksgiving. And he completely forgot about it. My fault. I should have texted him earlier today and said, "Hey, don't forget." I forgot. So I was busy at work today.
Life
Just one of
happens,
those kind of days.
Yeah.
And then some. So
Yeah. Yeah. True.
So y'all have a good evening. I will be back with the Cool Crone tomorrow night at I believe it's at 6, maybe 6:30. I don't know. Check. It's in my community tab, or you can go on her channel and check. She's doing a special Reveal the Future guided meditation that we're going to do concerning all of this hullabaloo. So I'll be on there with her because I'm co-hosting with her for that. Wednesday night, Sisters of the Mystical Tarot. Val, Dragonfly Crystals, is hosting. So we'll be on her channel. And then Thursday's Turkey Day. Eat, drink, and be merry.
Yay.
Logan's Farms
Don't
better
worry.
not be out of turkeys or I'm going to be upset.
Hoping my sister will bring some food for us to
Friday,
eat.
I have the day off. It's a 4-day weekend. Yay! And so either
Yay!
Thursday afternoon or Friday afternoon, I'm going to go see the new Gladiator 2 movie because movies like that deserve to be seen on the big screen.
Yes.
That's what it's created for. And then Saturday morning, I'll have Nath, Third Wish, with me. We'll be doing personal readings. And Saturday night's a slumber party. And I have a couple of possibles that may be coming. I got to double check with them, see if their schedule is going to permit it. And Sunday's the first Sunday of the month,
which means
Amy.
us.
So that's us.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even thought about it. I have nobody lined up to look at.
Me neither. With everything going on, I completely forgot. So
Yeah.
I was thinking, let's do ghosts this time. Let's not do missing or anything like that. Because we're not just doing missing. Let's do, we could do paranormal. We can do like
we can do something paranormal. We'll discuss it tomorrow or the next day.
Or like
my brain's not there tonight.
Yeah, or we could do like alien or something. But yeah, let's not.
I'd rather do paranormal.
Yeah, I've got alien stuff too that happened to me. So I've had a little bit of everything.
Yeah. All right, guys. Y'all have a lovely, lovely, lovely Monday night. Thank you for hanging with us. Sorry for the
Thank you so
rants.
much.
I
Yes,
know
sorry.
I seem to
We're
have
so sorry.
lost my mind tonight. My apologies. That's what I get when Mel's not here to reel me in. Um,
And I went with her
normally,
because it makes me
normally
just
he
as
kind of
mad.
dials me back in. It's like, okay, come on. He wasn't here tonight, so I got a little wacky.
We both did, so we're both sorry.
Mel and Arthur and I will be back on the second Monday of December for our next Draining the Swamp. And that will be December 9th. And so you'll have all three of us, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Because the next one after that would be on the 23rd. That's Christmas week, and Mel and I both probably will have things
Going
family
on.
wise to deal with. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But in the meanwhile, thank y'all for coming tonight. Thank you, Amy, for coming and being my guest tonight.
You're welcome. It was fun.
Y'all have a great Thanksgiving.
Happy
Enjoy your
Turkey
turkey.
Day.
Yeah, have a happy turkey day. Enjoy your turkey or whatever you eat. If you don't eat turkey, whatever.
Yeah.
And enjoy the football games. There'll be lots of them, believe me.
Yeah.
So y'all have a good one, and I'll see everybody